You're watching Nashville's television alternative, Community Access Television, Channel 19, Nashville.
Everybody needs a little TLC, but there isn't always someone to turn to when there needs to be. Lending a helping hand, that's what we're all about. Taking frowns and turning them inside out. The forgotten, the lonely, the young and the old. This is the place you've got a hand to hold. The door is always open and we'll show you the way. We'll help you, you'll help another someday. A little TLC.
Holiday greetings to you and your loved ones this Christmas season in the year of 1997. We welcome you to the second annual Turek Medical Clinic Christmas Extravaganza for the children. This event is brought to you directly from the Turek Medical Center located at 1205 8th Avenue South in Nashville, Tennessee. This Christmas extravaganza is sponsored in part by the Turek Life Center, a charitable nonprofit organization, the Turek Medical Clinic, and friends and associates of Dr. Raymond E. Turek, MD. We send our heartfelt thanks this holiday season to all of those who have contributed their time, efforts, and funding in making this Christmas event a huge success. Without their continued support and help, both financially and otherwise, the Christmas event would not have been possible. The glow on the faces of the children and the sparkle in their eyes is a testimonial to the success and benefit of this event, which is a dream come true of our distinguished Dr. Raymond E. Turek, who has faithfully served this community over the years. Dr. Turek has brought back to medicine the true meaning of born to serve. Because of Dr. Turek's tenacious dedication to the people in this community, thousands have recovered from illnesses, bringing meaning and purpose back to their lives by becoming valued citizens of the society. Hello, I'm Gene Osikowski. I'm president of the Turek Life Center, and I personally welcome you to this special event on Christmas this holiday season. It is a pleasure to be with you this evening, and Dr. Turek and myself will be your hosts and sharing with you some of the joys of giving and the appreciation of receiving the bountiful gifts of love and joy by many of Dr. Turek's patients and friends. So come along with us as we share with you the true meaning of Christmas, and if you feel compassion in your hearts to make a contribution, you certainly can do that by sending any amount to the Turek Life Center, P.O. Box 24630, Nashville, Tennessee 37202. That's the Turek Life Center, P.O. Box 24630, Nashville, Tennessee 37202. We thank you in advance for your gracious gift of sharing love with those less fortunate. And later in the program, you will hear from some of the benefactors who received some gifts and appreciations by your contributions. So again, we thank you very much. It is my pleasure to introduce to you this evening Dr. Raymond E. Turek. Dr. Raymond E. Turek is the physician here at the Turek Medical Clinic here at 1205 8th Avenue South in Nashville, Tennessee. He has been working with this community for several years, helping families and children in time of need. And so it is with great pleasure and humility that I introduce to you Dr. Raymond E. Turek. Dr. Turek.
Thank you, Gene. And it's with great pleasure that I announce this showing of our first of a series of TV shows to assist the Turek Life Center in its main mission, which is to help the economic depressed in the area and also to help them in their social areas of need. I've been a general practitioner here in the community for a number of years, and I have focused in on the needy and the poor in the family unit and treating the patient as a whole in the office setting and in the house call setting. I have noted that there's a great area need in several areas that are not really served by the current insurance plans and other economical sources for the disadvantaged. There are a number of area needs like the glasses, hearing aids, and other things for the people that are on the fixed income. So I met with a number of gentlemen and businessmen in the community and have set up the Turek Life Center. And the main mission of the Turek Life Center is simply to help the economically depressed members of the community here in the greater Nashville area. In so doing, we hope to be a catalyst for other areas of need and other facilities and services available in the Nashville community. With that, I would like to wish you a Merry Christmas, and we're going to get on with the program, which I think you will find both entertaining and informative. Merry Christmas.
If I can interview Dr. Turek here for just a moment. Again, I'm Gene Osakowski, president of the Turek Life Center, of which Dr. Turek is the chairman of the board. Dr. Turek, what kind of events, what kind of activities can we expect this evening for our viewers out there in TV land?
We have a super show planned, Gene. We're going to have some one-on-one interviews with some patients with areas of need, and we're going to point out some special contributions they have made to the community already. We're going to have several country and music celebrities here to entertain you, and we're also going to have some statements of area need and goal of the Turek Life Center explained.
Well, thank you, Dr. Turek. We do appreciate all that you have done for the community here in Nashville and look forward to many, many more seasons and annual events such as this, sponsored in part by the Turek Life Center and the Medical Clinic.
In summary, Gene, I would like to make a few statements. I would like to thank you and yourself at the Middle Tennessee Medical Facility there, the university, and for all the help you've given us in getting this started, and the original foundation being set for the facility.
Well, thank you very much, Doctor. I think if it wasn't for your tenacious attitude towards accomplishing events like this, Nashville would certainly not be the focus and improvement that it's undergoing right now without people such as yourself. And I think, speaking for all the viewing audience and myself, we certainly do appreciate all the things that you have done for us, for all of us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I have with me today one of my favorite families that I've been treating for years. I've made house calls on them out by the Mount Juliet area, and they've also come to the office. They're the Wayne Pashon family. We have, first of all, Wayne Pashon. Merry Christmas, Wayne.
Thank you, Doctor. I want to bring this for you and your family.
Okay, I take that with great pleasure. We're going to set it aside here. Now, Wayne is kind of modest, and before we came on the air, he didn't want me to brag about him, but I'm going to do it anyway. He used to play with the Bill Monroe Orchestra, didn't you?
I played with Bill Monroe at Green Blossom, Indiana, where he has a place there where he did.
And he's an expert musician, and you still play the guitar, don't you?
I play guitar, tenor, banjo, mandolin, and accordion.
And his faithful wife, who has stood at his side, is Mrs. Pashon. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Dr. Turek.
And we have Angela, who is one of my very special patients. And Merry Christmas, Angela.
Merry Christmas.
And we have Sarah, the other daughter.
Merry Christmas.
And I'm going to ask Sarah to say a big word for me now. Can you say a big word for me?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's good. Angela, I'm not going to make you follow up on that. Can you tell me something about Santa Claus?
He's very jolly. He's a very jolly, special man.
And is he going to be coming to your house this Christmas?
I think so.
That's good. That's good. Can you tackle that big word, too?
I don't think so.
That's okay. That's okay. What are you expecting for Christmas? What special present?
I got so many, I don't really know.
Well, we're really proud of you because you're walking. How long have you been walking with these crutches here now?
About 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about her history when she was born and her size and all that and the dollar bill.
She was born at 6 months, and she was 1.5 pounds. She was the size of a dollar.
She was born premature, and they have a picture of her with a dollar bill beside her, documenting her size at that point in time. It's really a fascinating story. Give me a little bit more of her history, Sandy.
Well, she was about 2 years old before she could ever crawl. She had to pull herself around on the floor. And she now is taking steps. She walks about 15 feet sometimes without falling. Mm-hmm. And we're working real hard. She's been working for a long time.
Yeah, we're really proud of you, Angela, okay? We're not giving up.
I sure hope I walk soon, and I know I will.
Yes, you will. Remember, the secret to success is never give up. Remember that.
I believe it. I definitely believe that.
Tell me where you're a student at, and that you're an A to B student. Where at?
Yeah,
Southside Elementary.
Where is that at, Angela?
Lebanon.
Lebanon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, we got to spend a little bit more time with Sarah because she's another sister. And what do you expect for Christmas, Sarah?
A lot.
What's the most favorite thing you want for Christmas?
A nano.
A what now again?
A nano.
Oh, I see. Can you tell me something about Santa Claus? Does he come from the North Pole? Tell me a little bit about him. Some of the people out here probably don't know much about him. See?
Well, he's an elf.
He has some elves that work with him, is that right?
And he is one, a big one.
Uh-huh. And how long has he been doing this?
Over 100 years.
Over 100 years, yeah. He's been in business a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Just about as long as Dr. Turek, right?
Now, I don't want to be quoted to be older than Methuselah, but who knows? Say that big word again. I want to make sure you can really say it.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's very good. And what show was that from? Do you remember where that was?
Mary Poppins.
That's good. There's a tape out on that, I believe, too. This was the main thing I wanted to cover with the family, and I want to thank them. Wayne has had some major health problems, and he had open heart surgery. When was that, Wayne?
A year ago, August.
A year ago, August. And he still took off his time to bring his whole family here to be on the show and to see me again. And I really wish to thank them for going to that great effort, because it is a big effort they have to go through in getting the whole family to go on any outings as they've done today. Merry Christmas again to the Wayne Pashon family.
Merry Christmas, Dr. Turek.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you for your care.
Okay, say that on the
We appreciate your care. We thank you very much for it.
You know, I think we'd be remiss after looking at the last interview that if we didn't talk to Dr. Turek a little bit about what brought him to Nashville and how long he's been here and some of the things he's done and the people that he's met. I think it's very important that we understand that he's as much as our hero as some of the other famous people in history have been. When did you come to Nashville, Dr. Turek?
About 1969.
And was that right from the service or?
Right from the service, yes. I was in the U.S. Army for a 2-year tour of duty, and I had done some work here in the Nashville area at the Seward Air Base and in these areas, and came to like the locale and decided to locate here. I'm originally from Nebraska, and the weather is more mildly here with more mild winters, and I have a lot of allergies, and there's less allergies for me here in the Tennessee area as compared to my native Nebraska.
So how does it feel to go from the plains of Nebraska to the mountainous terrain of Tennessee?
Well, there is a big change in that Tennessee is not as flat country as Nebraska, but beautifully the people here are just as friendly as the people in Nebraska. And when you approach them on the street or anywhere, they're usually just like the Nebraskans, will help you out and give you assistance, answer simple questions, etc. So I feel at home here, always have.
Here's a real tough question, and our viewing audience is going to be very interested in your answer. The question is, at the next, I think it's the Orange Bowl that's coming up, TU is going to be playing Nebraska. Who will you be cheering for?
Well, I'm going to give you a good answer for that. I'm not going to waffle, so to speak, like the politicians say. Pat Clare, Dr. Pat Clare, who is the team physician, graduated from me with medical school, in my same medical school, and we're one-on-one friends. And he's already told me who's going to win the game. And he said Nebraska, of course, is going to win the game. So I hate to break the news early and to ruin the game, but just for fun, I guess they'll have to play the game anyway, I think, won't they?
Well, I understand somebody said they saw you buy some pajamas the other day, and it was the orange tops with red bottoms. Is that true?
No, that's not true.
Well, we certainly enjoy having you here in Tennessee. And of course, I'm a transplant like a lot of other people are too. Tell us a little bit about the patients. Do you have quite a few, or what kind of walks of life do they come from?
Yes, I'm not going to really brag. I'm just going to say that I have a large number of patients, mainly that are economically depressed on the Medicare and TennCare programs, and we're focusing on these groups because of our location and because through the years I've always had a practice where we targeted the poor and the disadvantaged and economically in need areas. And so that's been mainly my pattern. And I feel you get more satisfaction taking care of patients in this category as opposed to maybe some of the patients that are better off financially, and get to interact more with the family unit that way too, because the whole family will come to my office at one time, and I can see various members and find out whether Aunt Emma will take her medicine if I prescribe it, and what little Joey's been doing at school and this type of thing, and kind of package it all together so I can treat the family unit and really accomplish something.
Yeah, I noticed that with the turnout and the people out in the outer lobby waiting to come in and be entertained and really greet you for the Christmas season, that you have quite a following of people that truly love you. And I think it's important that, and earlier on in the introduction, I mentioned that Dr. Turek brings back to medicine the true meaning of born to serve. I think often today we get lost in this mirage of HMOs and medical clinics and those type of things. And today we have a true hero in terms of the medical industry. I think back to watching something like Little House on the Prairie, when the doctor actually went out to cure and work with the patients out at their homes. And I think that's what we're looking at in terms of Dr. Turek, is that he's got excellent bedside manners in terms of dealing with his patients, and that's what brings back, I think, some of the health to them, is not only the medicine side of it, but also the human nature side of it. Do you think that has a real important role to play in terms of healing emotionally and psychologically besides the physical aspects of it?
Yes, you hit the nail on the head. It's kind of a package deal. You have to have supportive psychotherapy, medication, and make sure you orchestrate the whole family unit to help out each member as is needed, and to get the end result, which is, a healthy family working together. Now, I have been successful, but it's mainly just using simple techniques, speaking one-on-one with the patient, putting them at ease, and finding out exactly what they need and taking time to listen to their complaints and then taking care of it. And I think there's nothing more to it than that. And it works. And the main thing is to show interest in the family unit and to get all the members to interact and help each other and kind of like be a catalyst, and then try to jazz up their treatment with some fun where they enjoy coming to the clinic and seeing us as kind of a social event even sometimes. I encourage even some people that have nowhere to go to come and maybe visit an hour or two at the clinic, visit with some of the other patients, and feel at home, so they have a place away from home sometimes to come here, so they'll feel at home here and know they'll get some help or assistance and medical care when they do come to see us. And it means a lot. And the staff here all enjoys doing that too.
Speaking of staff, I know we haven't introduced the staff yet, and I know you have some really hard workers and some dedicated people, both people that are full-time, part-time, that come here and assist you with your medical service. Can you tell us a little bit about who you have for staff members and what they do?
Yes, I have several office staff members which I'm going to introduce and interview them separately in piecemeal fashion so that I can do them justice. I'm going to interview them and their family members since this is a Christmas season. And also, one of the greater, more important units that assist me, my daughter and wife at the facility, too, will be incorporated in the package deal here.
You better mention that.
The real boss. You know, behind every successful gentleman, they say there's a woman. Well, I have two women behind me, my daughter and then my wife.
What are their names?
They're both, Cynthia is my daughter and Cindy my wife. I named my daughter after my wife. And they do have a lot of resemblance and characteristics in that they really are energized and really have helped me immensely with my practice and with dealing with the care of the patients.
In terms of your practice, again, you mentioned that you do have some dedicated staff. What do you see as your vision for the clinic and more importantly for the Turek Life Center over the next few months or few years? I understand that you're currently working on putting on a regular TV production. Is that true?
Oh yes, we got a regular weekly program that's going to be sponsored by the Turek Life Center, during which we're going to target areas of need, interview special key celebrities and special key patients that have uniqueness and eccentricities, etc., that I think will make a good show with continuity, and we will tie in there and show results of some of the fruits of our labor. I plan on showing some patients that we get eyeglasses for. Right now we have a list of 50 patients that are on fixed income that have no means to buy their eyeglasses, and they're just sitting around, no family members to help them or anyone. We've called several agencies. Their funds are limited. And so I've taken it upon myself to get this accomplished. And we have an optician on staff with us now that has agreed to assist us in getting eyeglasses for everyone that needs them. And we're going to show the accomplishments of this event on some of our subsequent TV shows. I'm considering this, just even though it is a special, the announcing show of our series that we're going to start. And our main goals now, to address your main goals, our main goals is just to keep running the clinic as is, keep helping the people in need. And then we're going to start the Turek Life Center in its endeavor and goals in assisting the community of people here in their economic needs and social needs.
Okay. Well, I think that's a very challenging goal and a mission. I know that I've been by the clinic several times at 9, 10 o'clock at night, and you can see Dr. Turek's car out there, and a few of the patients. There just doesn't seem to be any end to it. Where do you get all your energy to do all this? Maybe there's a new vitamin out that we should...
No, it's just the satisfaction of treating the patients. Like today, what we're going to do is, we're going to shoot this TV special, hopefully maybe making 2 shows out of this program possibly. And after which, around 6:30, we're going to leave and go into the Shelby area, north Nashville, and see some of the underprivileged patients I serve. We're going to stop at one home where there'll be 10 residents, a number of which need hearing aids and eyeglasses. We're going to interview them one-on-one. We're going to bring Santa Claus with us, present them some gifts, and I have made special provisions for their 2 social workers to be there to give us some input and verify and kind of document what needs to be done here. And I'm really thankful that the social workers are going to show up and give us some input here too. Just an example where we're going to try to orchestrate and focus and target some of these area needs. And we're going to keep our goals realistic. We're not going to be too generalized and focus in on each area of need, and after we accomplish it, show the results on the subsequent TV shows so that the public will realize what we're doing and share with us vicariously what we're doing for the people. Like, there's a couple patients, your wife, in fact, gave her a large print Bible that she could read. And we're going to show her on TV eventually in one of the shows where she's been staying at the nursing home and having some trouble reading her Bible, but now she can, and it's made her a new person. She's just been happy, and it's brought her out of her depression. Just little things like this that people would not realize, to see the results of what we're doing.
Building that self-esteem is an important element of health, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, life is more than just making sure all the parts move, but it's also a little psychological and moral.
Yeah, my basic philosophy is that you treat the patient medically, you help them socially, and you give them that psychotherapy, supportive psychotherapy. But to be really successful, you want to excel and get to that higher level of accomplishment. Always try to exceed in everything you do so you'll be more successful. And if you go after that, and don't just accept status quo when you go after treating a patient or a family unit, and you target for a higher goal than maybe even you can make, you'll be more successful. And I think that's one thing you have to do, kind of energize everything. And when the family sees you're really interested in them, hey, he brought me this Bible, or hey, he got Mrs. Smith down the street to come and get me my groceries. He arranged for a ride, or he got me some free tickets to a play I always wanted to see in town. Increase their quality of life. I guess that's the key thing. These people who are economically and socially depressed, to really get them and to build up a rapport, you want to try to increase their quality of life. And if you can do that, the rest will follow.
Everybody needs a little TLC, but there isn't always someone to turn to when there needs to be. Lending a helping hand, that's what we're all about. Taking frowns and turning them inside out. The forgotten, the lonely, the young and the old. This is the place you've got a hand to hold. The door is always open and we'll show you the way. We'll help you, you'll help another someday.